Just because you're feeling an attraction to a man does not mean that he's bonding. So what is the scientific process of a man falling in love? The first phase, because there are 5 phases to attraction. And if you don't know this, then you're dating in the dark, ma'am. And you're making all kinds of mistakes, okay? The first phase is the attraction phase. Him, the man in him, when he sees you and when he's willing to walk up to you, that means that you've triggered his testosterone. Now check this out. If you up in here listening to all these people with all these popular candy ass sayings, saying like, oh, if you want him, go after him. You're a woman, hear me roar. I'm going to shoot my shot. If you're doing that, how do you know that you triggered his testosterone, ma'am? How do you know that? You will always wonder. How do you know if this man's testosterone was triggered enough for him to overcome his fear of approaching you, to overcome his resistance? In science, when a man is unwilling to pursue a woman, to approach a woman, they call him a passive male. And passive males statistically make poor husbands and poor fathers. They are more likely to be a deadbeat dad, and they're more likely to suck as a husband. So when you're dating from the beginning, you're setting the precedence on what you're going to end up attracting and choosing for your children. Now, let me bring this back around before I finish what the phases are. Now, it's so interesting to me because you hear women talk about, I don't want to play any games. I want to be real. If I got to play games, then I don't want it. Ma'am, the reason why they call it a mating game is because you can call it a dance, you can call it a game, call it whatever you want. But every species in nature has a mating process, has a mating game for a reason, because the goal is to choose the best quality mate for you. The goal is to choose the best quality mate for you. So if you see a female eagle won't just pick the first man that comes in her face, ma'am. She's not doing that. She plays a game. You know what game she plays? She looks for a stick on the ground. And then she makes him chase her. She will take the stick, she will fly high, she will make him chase after her, and then she will drop the stick. And she wants to see, can he keep up? Can he catch this stick? Is he Brokeback Mountain? Is he physically capable? Is he mentally capable? And if he catches the first stick, she says, okay, I see you, but I'm not done yet. I still gotta vet you. And she'll go and get a bigger stick, and she'll fly even higher. Because she's like, yeah, you was able to keep up with me that time, but when times get a little harder, will you keep up with me then? Will you stick with me then? Will you ride with me then? Will you provide for me then? So she goes higher and she drops a bigger stick that's much heavier to see if he is willing, if he is able, if he is capable to catch the stick that she has dropped. And if he catches that stick, she says, okay, you look interesting, but I'm still unsure. I need to make sure that you are fully capable because I'm not a regular woman, okay? I'm a lot of woman, and I need a man, a bird that can provide. I need a man that got a strong back. I need a man that's tenacious. I need a man that has some character. I need a man that knows how to make something out of nothing if times get tough. I need a man that I know has some ethics, that has some character, that has some valor. I need that kind of man. I don't have time for boys, okay? I don't have time for a man that talks game. I need to see action. All that tweety stuff, you can save that for somebody else because I need somebody who's going to show me that they got me if I ever fall. So she flies higher where the oxygen level is low, okay? She flies higher with a log that's heavy, that's going to be harder for him to catch. And when she gets so high, first she needs to see if he's going to pass out, if he's a weak back, okay? But if he keeps up with her, she drops that log. And she sees, can he catch that big-ass log? And this is what she's doing when she drops a log. She's determining if this man is capable of catching her babies. Because if one of them falls out of the tree, she needs to know her babies are going to survive. She needs to know he can fly fast enough, he can fly far enough, high enough, and he's going to ride with her, that while she's watching the other chickadees, that he's going to be able to catch her baby. She also needs to know that he's going to be able to catch food if in the event that she can't provide food for her babies. Is he going to be able to provide? Can he catch a goat? Can he hold a goat in the air and bring it back for them to eat on? And some of us is sitting up here and you ain't seen what this man is capable of. You don't know what his credit score is. You don't know what his financial score is, how responsible he is. You don't know what his character is. You don't know what his relationship is with his mother. You don't know how he treated his past exes. You don't know what his ethics are. And you're jumping in bed with him because he's cute, because he smells good. You jumping in bed because whatever he said to your ear sounded sweet to your ear, ma'am, because he got the chest. He muscular. And then you jump in bed with him. And some of y'all don't understand that when a man first go to bed with you, the faster he gets you in bed, the more vulnerable you are. The easier it is to manipulate you. The easier it is to control you. The easier it is for the ball to be in his court. Because, ma'ams, your power is in your feminine essence. And that feminine essence, a lot of it is housed in your womb, ma'am. Women have built and destroyed dynasties with just the power of her vajayjay. And y'all giving it away like it's hot Kool-Aid, like it's running water, like it's a sample at Circle K. And then you're wondering why he is not treating you like a wife. I literally had somebody on my post say, well, she said that if the man is cute, it don't matter. She gonna jump in bed with him on the first day if he wanted. And she said that she been with her man for 2 years and they've been living together, and she calls that a win. Ma'am, you're not winning, ma'am. He ain't. In 2 years, y'all are still living together. That's your supportive argument? No, ma'am. If a man isn't proposing to you, if he isn't speaking like you are my wife, these are my plans for you. If he has no plans for you, if he is not actively, intentionally trying to take you off the market, then that means, ma'am, he has not biochemically fallen for you. And I'm going to break that down for you later on. So when he enters into the attraction phase, he sees you, his testosterone is triggered. How you know his testosterone is triggered is because he approaches you. You give him the sign that it's okay for him to approach you, but then he approaches you, ma'am. If you're shooting your shot, you don't know what's been triggered. You don't know if genetically you're even compatible. Did you know that because men are on birth control, that men can smell you and they can determine genetic compatibility? And it doesn't matter how attractive you are. You can be the most beautiful flower in the forest. But if genetically you guys are incompatible, then you're a turnoff to him. However, if you flinging your hot sauce up in the air, ma'am, your kibbles and bits, your Suge Knights, if you just throwing it at him, he's a man, okay? He gonna take it. You hand it out free samples, he gonna take it, and then he's gonna keep moving on. So you don't even know if genetically there's an incompatibility that he's already picked up on when you're the one that's shooting your shot, ma'am. But when he is triggered, when he is turned on by you, if he's a man who's in his masculine energy, then he will approach you if you're giving him the buying signals. And that means that you know that this is also a man that's ambitious, that's tenacious, that's more likely to go after what he wants if times get hard. He's more likely to set a goal and do the work in order to accomplish a goal. A lot of these men are Build-A-Bears. They're lazy. And he showed you he was lazy because nothing would happen unless you made the move. Unless you were the one doing the work. Unless you were the one texting first or calling first, ma'am. And then you wonder why, when it came time to having a baby, he ain't paying child support. Well, he already showed you. He already showed you that he wasn't worth nothing. Now, in the next phase, you enter into the courting phase. In the courting phase, y'all, everything a man does when it comes to you is biochemical. Everything that he does is biochemically triggered. And if you know what to look for, if you know how to trigger his bonding hormone, then you're going to see certain behaviors. You're going to have this man hooked for life on you. When you enter into the courting phase, this is where his game gets real good. Why does it get good? Because initially, ma'am, he wants your honey snacks. Ma'am, he wants your sugar cube is what he wants. Let's not romanticize this. This is not Love and Basketball, ma'am. This is not The Notebook. This is not A Day in the Life and the Time. This is not. This is not whatever romantic movie that you've seen and then y'all run off in the sunset and live happily ever after. He is after your sugar snaps, your lemon drops, ma'am. Okay? He wants your what's that hot ball that we used to eat as candy when I was a kid? He wants your atomic bomb, ma'am. Your fireball. He wants your cookie. Okay? He wants your moon pie. Is what he wants. Yes, ma'am. Okay? He wants your root beer. All right? He wants your flaming chips, ma'am. That's what he wants. That's your goodies. Your cocoa bread. That's what he wants. That's why he's there.